Important global stories as well this morning. First up, US President Donald Trump has snapped up at least $82 million worth of corporate and municipal bonds between late August and early October. That's according to new ethics disclosures. Now, Trump's portfolio tilts towards municipal debt, Wall Street banks, chip makers, and big tech, including new buys in Broadcom, Qualcomm, Meta, Home Depot, and Goldman Sachs. He has also purchased Intel bonds right after the government acquired a stake. This adds to fresh scrutiny to the timing.
All right, and Indian farmers just got a breather from Washington. Trump has rolled back the tariffs on more than 200 food items. Products like tea, coffee, spices, and cashew nuts now move tariff-free again, a shift that could revive $2.5 to $3 billion worth of exports, according to FIEO. Now, the rollback also signals fresh momentum for US-India trade talks.
Moving on, the US and China may be close to locking in rare earths understanding by Thanksgiving. Now, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says that he's hopeful the deal will be finalized, building on last month's framework where Washington agreed to pause 100% tariffs and Beijing held back on new export licensing for critical rare earth minerals and magnets as well. Now, Bessent has also pushed back against claims that China plans to restrict access to rare earths for US firms with military ties, saying that he's confident Beijing will stick to commitments after the Trump-Xi meeting in Korea.
All right, in South Korea's biggest companies are rolling out major domestic investment plans after sealing a high-stakes tariff deal with the United States. At the meeting with President Lee Jae-myung, Samsung pledged $310 billion over 5 years to expand chip production, add a new line by 2028 and build AI data centers outside Seoul. Now, Hyundai announced $86 billion through 2030 for AI, robotics and autonomous tech, while SK Group and major shipbuilders also committed to stepping up the spending at home. The push comes as Seoul pledged $350 billion in US investments to avert Trump's highest tariff.
Moving on to some macro data then, Japan's economy shrank 0.4% in the third quarter. That's a small contraction than the 0.6% drop expected by the economists. Now, this ends a 5-quarter expansion run. Weak private consumption, squeezed by rising rice prices and high utility bills, and a negative drag from net trade drove the decline as US tariffs hit exporters. On an annualized basis, GDP fell 1.8%, again softer than forecast, but yes, bright spots remained as the government spending and capital investment posted their strongest gain in 5 quarters.
Jannik Sinner has capped his greatest session yet by retaining the ATP Finals title, beating world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz 7-6, 7-5 in front of roaring home crowd in Turin. Now, Alcaraz created the only breakpoint of the first set, but Sinner shut the door, took the tie-break and then sealed the match by breaking in the final game. Now, the win closes out a year where Sinner reached all 4 slam finals and captured the Australian Open and Wimbledon, while Alcaraz claimed Ronald Garros and the US Open.
Next up, Japan's Sakurajima volcano has erupted 3 times in a night, blasting ash nearly 4.4 kilometers into the air and disrupting travel across Kyushu. The eruptions, the strongest in over a year, forced around 30 flight cancellations after ash drifted across the region. Now, the volcano is one of Japan's most active volcanoes, erupting very frequently, but Sunday's plume was the tallest since last year's major event.
All right, but with this, viewers, it's time now to step into a very